So I'm going to pause operations and I'm going to do a hard reset for a little while now, maybe in a week, every day before I calibrate. At some point, the heat cups, when they go to rinse, are not lining up perfectly with these. So it's not getting a perfect rinse, and then when it goes to wash, it's not washing properly. So every time I calibrate it, it puts it back to the right spot. See here, it's lining up perfectly now, and that's how it should be. So it shouldn't keep going out that much. So we're going to try this hard reset, and if that doesn't work, then I'm going to get them to come out. I've been putting it off because of the holidays, and it's not, you know, it's not super important, but we'll, enough to bother them during the holidays anyways. So we'll see what it does when it goes to wash this time. Done here. Well, now it's all set, right? I think it's January 11th today. It's a -6, not too bad out. Starting to snow again. Milk truck this morning, he had to blow the lane, but it wasn't too bad. Got another load of sawdust yesterday, and he took 3 manure spreader loads out of it to bed the cows yesterday. And this tractor has returned. It was away getting a leak fixed and a starting problem addressed, and they just dropped it off yesterday. So this tractor can go back on the TMR. We've had our biggest tractor on it, and it's nice that we made the feed alley big enough with the doors and everything that we can get this tractor in with the TMR, so we have a couple options for feeding. But it'll be nice to get this tractor off and the other one on so that he can use this one all the time on the spreader for spreading manure or sawdust. And today I think he has to refill the mix mill. So he's been using the 880 to unload the mix mill into the TMR, and that's been working pretty good. So today he's going to use this tractor here to mix mill, and then when he's done with that, then he can put it on the TMR again. So good. There you can see his chalkboard for his feed amounts, so that if my other son comes out to feed once a week or twice a week, it's always up to date and he knows what he has to do for feeding. Milk truck came this morning. There's the temperature so far going down. It's about 10:30. To check this thing all the time. No alarms. That's good. Okay. yeah, everything looks all right. It's drying here now, so I'm gonna shut this so it doesn't get too cold in here. That fan is running. I think I'll switch this out so if we need to get this ready for the milk truck. Good morning. So over the holidays we had some troubles with the robot. It wasn't super noticeable. My husband noticed it the most. And we didn't want to bother people over the holidays coming to fix it, but we should have. It was really dumb, and we don't have room for error now with one robot running, and it just messed the cows up. We really kind of got behind again. So what was going on, as I can show you, there was something that wasn't right, and it was setting the robot out just a little bit every time. No clunk clunk that time. So every day after I recalibrated it, it would put it back into the right spot, but it wasn't lining up. So it was also then not lining up on the cows exactly right, so it was making them not want to come in to get milked. So what he ended up fixing was he put a new motor in the arm, and he also changed these things here that were to do with the air, and a wide joint too. So I don't know where that is exactly, but it's all up in here somewhere. He tightened up a bunch of stuff in here, and he did these switches that let air release air. They were all kind of done for. He said those are something that you quite often have to do, but the motor, he'd never changed one before, and it sounds way quieter now, much smoother operating. So when he did these switches and he tightened all this up in here, he also changed this belt, put a new belt on because it needs to be good and tight. And once it gets loose, that means it's done. It was a bit loose. So there's just a bunch of things, but that didn't still do it. So then he came back the next day and did the wide joint or something, and the motor of the arm. And now it just seems like a new machine. So we're hoping that does a trick. Our numbers are coming up, and the cows are coming again better. So, yeah. I'm just gonna go get Whisper. She's at 16 hours. She's normally a cow we don't have to fetch, but just like yesterday and today, she's been acting up again. And this is an off time, so this would be a good time to get her and kind of get her going again. I'll go out and get her now. See if I can find her. I'm milking, but there's nobody else coming, so it's a good time. Still see the fresh sawdust in there, worked in from yesterday. It's nice. All right, Whisper, where are you hiding? Maybe she went on her own. I'm always amazed at how well these cows can hide sometimes. Droid went up on her own there. Yep, she's in the robot. You fooled me, Whisper. I could not find you. Oh, you silly cow. Well, that's awesome. Good job. Good job, Droid. Okay. Yeah, Droid is a cow that had a injury on her front leg, and she also had a bad hock in the old barn, and we didn't know if she would make it in the old barn anymore. Probably not, but since we've moved her here, she has just done so well. It's been a real saving thing for this cow. We would have had to have put her down or shipped her out or something because she was in bad shape. And yeah, just really happy to keep her because she's got good bloodlines and she's a nice cow. Milks well. She comes out of the robot and she goes for something to eat. Hi, Whisper. Good girl. You went all by yourself and you fooled me. You must have went up one side while I was going out the other. Oh dear. Funny cows. There's their TMR. We started making a TMR for our dry cows. I don't know what all's in it. What's in it, John William?
600 kilograms of haylage.
Yeah.
And right now, because we're not feeding, I haven't been feeding them silage for a while, I decided to just do 100 kilograms of corn silage.
Yeah.
With the eventual plan to do 150.
Okay.
But that, both those last 2 days.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. And that's for
15 cows.
For 15 cows. Okay. So then these ones can eat here out of this pen.
Also I'm putting 10 kilograms of soy meal.
Oh, 10 kilograms of soy meal. Okay. They really like it, eh?
Yeah. Well, the thing of it is, it looks better than the cows' hay.
Yeah. You can see the corn in it a little bit. Yeah. And then we bring some over here to these ones. It's a bit of work wheelbarrowing it, but we weren't really thinking this is what we were going to do, so yeah. And these guys can eat that there. My husband and I were talking this morning, and we're just kind of talking about how it's going with the robot and how it's different than the old barn. Everyone that you talk to says it's all about management. It's not about necessarily less time, but it's different time that you spend in the barn. And one of the things we're noticing is that also, even more than in the old barn, everything is interwoven. So your feeding affects their milking, but the milking also affects the feeding. So if they're not going to the robot enough because it's not working right, they're also not going to be as hungry because they're not milking as much, so they're not going to go eat. And if they don't eat enough, then the feed builds up and you have to change the ration every time. And every time you change the ration, it messes the cows up again. So it's just a constant management thing that you have to keep on top of. And so we're just seeing that more and more. We just have to be more careful and if there's a problem with the robot, we have to get on top of it right away. So, and we have the hotline there. We have the guys that live not too far away that can come and look at it quickly or just tell us over the phone what they think. And I have the ability to take a video of it and send that to them and show them what it's doing so they can say, oh, I need this part then, and that kind of thing. So that's really handy, and we just need to take more advantage of that. And we're just used to not being that person that's always calling for, you know, repairs and stuff. We like to just not bother people on Sundays or on holidays and stuff like that. But I think with a robot, we have to be a little more pushy and get things done when they need to be done, and that's on us. So cows are milking away. There's a couple lined up there, and I'm done cleaning the robot arm, and I'm gonna go home now and make some lunch. So thanks for watching.